Oh, there we go. Hello, it's Anna, ACS Creations. I didn't do a video yesterday. There was a lot going on yesterday. My son was in kind of a cranky mood, and I also found out that my uncle passed away yesterday. So I just really was not in the mood to do a video. So doing one today. It's kind of late, but I'm doing it. I have finished something. Nothing that I have already showed you is finished. I started something last night and I finished it today. And it's a hat for my son. I didn't use a pattern, I just worked it up with my own stitches, and I even did a little brim on the hat. I put it on him and oh my god, he looks so adorable in it. I put it on him and I'm like, oh my god, you're so freaking cute. And he smiled. So yeah. And I was able to use up more. One of the magazines that I got had like 25 grams balls of yarn for amigurumis. And it was really thin yarn. And I used one of them before on an amigurumi and it separated very easily. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I used, I don't know if you could tell, there's 3 different strands. There's blue, and okay, blue, green, and white. It's like a light blue. But yeah. And I don't know why, but I was doing single crochet and then I'm like, what am I doing? And then I started doing half double crochets. So it's kind of tight up here on his head. And it took me 4 tries to get it to where it would actually fit him. But now it fits him and he looks adorable in it. I'm so happy with how it came out. And the little, it's really small. But that just tops it. Yeah, got that. Oh, since the beginning of this year. Since the beginning of this year, I have used up 48.766 ounces of yarn, which is 3.048 pounds. Almost to 4 pounds. Getting that much closer to the 10 pounds. Let's see if I can actually do it. I'm hoping that, well, I'm sure once I actually finish the projects that I'm working on, I'll be closer to the 10 pounds. So there's that. Because I actually did more on the blanket for me and my husband. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to get at least 4 more. Because I'm already on the second ball. I have it all ripped up. On the second ball, and this is, I mean, it's not really that big. Well, my face. But yeah. And it's weird. This one is softer than the gray. And it also feels kind of looser. Like not as stiff. I don't know if you've noticed that. Or if it's just me. Yeah. And I almost was able, where is it? Where did this one start? Yeah. Right here. Oh, I had this much to go in the gray. and I ran out. And I didn't want to cut off just, a piece just to finish this roll. So I'm like, it's close enough. It's a blanket for me and my husband, so it doesn't really matter that much. What? Are you playing with my yarn? My son got a hold of this. Yeah, you can tell. But yeah, there's got more of that done. Hopefully I can have it done before it gets warm. I put it on my husband and like just imagine this nice warm blanket covering it up, snuggling up with it. He's like, I'm sweating already just thinking about it. Got it all sushied up. And it kind of does not, I have to kind of shove it in my bag. I need to either get one or make a bigger one. Ooh. I also did a little bit more on the cardigan. I don't think I got too much more done. Whoa, why is that all fuzzy? What happened there? There we go. No idea what happened there. Let's see. The last time I showed it, I was right here. So, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, almost 9 rows completed since the last time I showed it. I actually think it goes this way. Yeah. I really like how it's... I like how it's coming out. I can't wait until it's done. Yeah, that's all the stuff that I really have to show. Well, my hair is different. If I put my hair in braids while it's wet and I let it dry, I can actually, most of the time I can wear my hair down. But it all depends on like how the weather is. If it's humid, no, not at all. Oh, and I painted my nails and I attempted to do hearts on there. I don't know if that's not gonna show up, but there's one heart, and then kind of another one. I used a barbecue skewer to do it. I'm right-handed. This one turned out worse than this one did. The one that I did with my left hand. I have no idea how that happened. But, yeah. My nails are very, very bright. Hopefully it's not too bright for my job. And there's something on my nail. I don't think I let these fully dry before I hopped into the shower. Like I thought they were dry. But I still don't think they're dry. So I'm able to move the nail polish, which is weird. Oh well. My first attempt at doing something like that, so... yeah, that didn't come out too bad. I'm wearing shorts, just so you don't think I'm sitting here half naked. That's all the crafty stuff that I have. I don't think there's any more. Yeah. So, for Christmas, well, I'll back it up to rewind. My grandmother, when me, my brother, and my sister were growing up, she had this Yankee piggy bank. It used to be filled with popcorn. And she was filling it up with pennies. And she said that the day she dies, she wants it split up between me, my brother, and my sister. Looks like she passed away January 27th of last year. My mom, for Christmas, gave us, it was a picture, it was in like a brown paper bag, and on the front of it had a picture of my grandmother. And she put pennies from heaven. My mom cashed in the pennies. And there was like $37 and change, I think, or $38. And I told my grandma that what I wanted to do with the pennies is, because me and my grandmother both loved reading books, I said, when I get my share, I'm going to the bookstore and I'm buying books. I said that from the first day that she said that's what she wanted to do, and every time we talked about it, I said, I'm still buying books, because that's one thing that me and her had in common, amongst lots of other things. The love for coffee is one of them. My grandmother was crafty. She used to crochet, and I think she knitted. Not too much. I think she crocheted more than she knitted. She did cross-stitching. She could draw. Oh my God, she could draw. She made headdresses out of safety pins and those pony beads. And she was a really, really crafty person. Awesome lady. So, on the back, there was a saying. I don't exactly remember. I mean, it was kind of lengthy. And then my mom wrote, "Love, Grandma," on it. And the way that she wrote it, it kind of messed with my head a little bit, because it was in my grandmother's handwriting. But it wasn't my grandmother's. My mom actually did it, but she did it to make it look like it was my grandmother's. So I looked at it, I'm like, how can that be? I'm like, did she really do this before? But no, it was my mom. And I'm like, my brother was here for Christmas, and that actually really, really got to him. And then I think it was the next day or a couple of days later, we went to Barnes and Noble. And I can show you some of the books. I got 4 books. This isn't one of them. This is one of the books that my grandmother and my mother got for me. I'm still reading it. Well, yeah, I haven't gotten too far in it. Her and her mother are really good. And my son's books. Another one of his books. I didn't get those. This is one of them. H.P. Lovecraft. It's got The Rats in the Wall, Pickman's Model, The Color, Out of Space, The Call of Cthulhu, The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, The Dunwich Horror, The Shadow over Innsmouth, At the Mountains of Madness, The Shadow Out of Time, The Hunter of the Dark. That was one of them. And yes, I started reading it. Just like crocheting. I think there's this book I'm reading, that book I'm reading, and I think I have another book somewhere that I haven't finished. But it's like one of those small ones. It's James Patterson, one of the book shots. So there's that book. This book. This one. And I have The City of Bones, The City of Ashes, The City of Glass, and I think that's it in the series of that I have. Okay. No, it's not gonna focus. Come on. Oh, there's a nasty glare. But Cassandra Clare is the author. And then there's just two more, if I can get to them. This is another Cassandra Clare. I got both of the first books. Both of the first books in the second and third. Well, there's 3 different series of books out. There's The Mortal Instrument, and then the Dark Artificials, and the Infernal Device is this one. So I got first one of this one, and then the first one of the other one. Okay. Yeah. Maybe this one will show up better. No. And then the last one that I got, Little Mermaid, Hans Christian Andersen. That's a hard copy. Is that what ones? Are the same ones in here? There's a bunch of different ones. Yeah. I'm not gonna read all of them, but there's like Snow White. Oh, excuse you. That was my son. He just got done eating Little Mermaid, the Snow Queen, the Emperor's New Cloth, the Red Shoe. But yeah, those are the 4 books that I got with the pennies from heaven. So I got quite a bit of reading to do amongst crocheting, and I still want to get some knitting done. I don't know if any of you guys heard about this. I got this in the mail. I didn't sign up for it, but I'm like, ooh. Yeah. There's knitting and crocheting books, patterns, yarn. Well, not patterns, but you can buy the patterns. I really like this. Let's see. Here's some of the yarn. The slippers. I don't know if I could wear those. Kind of weird. But, ouch. Don't scratch me. So, I think that's about it. I'm gonna get going so I can get some sleep because I have to work in the morning and I would like to try and get my son to sleep too. That's going to be fun. He's staring at me right now, smiling. He's got such a cute smile. And he knows he does, because if you say that he's cute, he'll sit there and he'll smile even more. But I will do a video again tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night, day, what time it is when you watch this. Thank you for subscribing, new subscribers and people who have already been here. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you like the video, thumbs up. And I hope everybody stays safe and stay crafty. Good night.